Hi everyone and welcome back to the Colour Cave where we like to play with art stuff. My name is Jem and today was supposed to be a book review video, but there's been stuff happening and I've got some stuff to tell you. So go and get yourself a cup of tea, pause the video and come back, get yourself comfortable and sit back and you can soak up everything I'm about to tell you. Mr. Jem has been offered a new job. That in itself is not a problem or a thing, but for those of you that have been around for a while, you will understand that we have to move to where Mr. Jem's job requires him because he farms, he's a farmer. And that means that we are going to be leaving this house and we will also be leaving our cave. We had no intentions or plans to do so. But at the beginning of the year, some of you know I was under a lot of stress. This was part of the stress. I don't want to talk much more about it because it's not really my place to talk about my husband's job on the internet. But this opportunity cannot be ignored, and our current setup has not gone according to plan for various reasons, which I won't go into. So that's kind of the background to it. So we are moving and we are going to have a brand new cave. I will not answer any further questions in relation to my husband's employment. I will talk about everything else though. So I'm going to go over a few things in this video. My plan is maybe to have a Wednesday live stream at some point. And if there's any other questions, they can be asked in real time or left underneath after the fact for those of you that won't be able to catch the live stream. So first of all, timescales. We are moving in 7 weeks. I may or may not lose my marbles in that time. On top of everything with Jock, it's not ideal, but Jock is much more mobile now and it doesn't require as much looking after, so not too bad. The main problem with moving in 7 weeks is that we are going into a smaller house and there will be building work going on in this house. So we are having to really look at everything that we have. So we like before we even start packing, we're gonna have to clear out, and that includes the cave. Thankfully, the cave at the new place, I've already picked which room in the house we're going to be in. We are in like a bungalow. It's like a big cottage. It's like, the phrase I would use is a sprawling bungalow. And by the time the building work's finished, it's going to be an awesome house. The house does need a lot of work. The arrangement is it's a tied house, and what a tied house means is it's kind of like having a tenancy but without paying any rent, if that makes sense, because you're required to be on site to look after the animals all the time. So there is usually accommodation provided. The accommodation we are going into is tired. It needs a facelift. Every room needs decorated, doors needs changed, that kind of thing. So we're going to be going through that probably for the first 18 months, which is fine. That's okay. We're used to that because we did quite a lot of work here. What that also means is as well is that gives us a chance to put our own money into another property elsewhere and maybe rent it out or something like that. So that's fine. That's all well and good. And the new owner, so Mr. Jem's new boss, is very happy to negotiate on what work is needing done in the new place. I'm going to call it the cottage. It's kind of big to be a cottage, but it's a cottage. I digress. So the new cave is, the room is almost the same size as the one we've got, but there is no fireplace to navigate and there's also only one door in. The current cave obviously is a throughway for Mr. Jem to his office, so there's a door in opposite corners. In the new place, it's a traditional room with one door, which means more walls for storage space and more importantly for shop stock for the stash shop. So this brings me to the next point that I needed to talk about. I had plans to do a 10k clear out. So when we hit 10,000 subscribers, I was going to basically ravage the supplies that are in the cave and give some of them away, put some of them in the stash shop and basically start again. I'm always accruing art supplies and I think it was just a really good opportunity to just to start again and get a fresh pair of eyes on art in general and the things that we use. Because of this move and because we are downsizing quite considerably, I've decided I'm going to do this now. I cannot be lugging all of the stuff that's in the cave to the new place. Like, it's just ridiculous. So what we're going to do over the course of the next 7 weeks, I am going to be clearing out the cave, and I am going to be putting items into the stash shop. Now, these are all items from my personal collection, so stuff that I've used myself. It hasn't been anywhere else, and there will be items that aren't of much value, and they will be up with postage only. So I'm looking to give them a home with the person that wants them just paying the postage. There are also going to be some higher value items like sets of pencils and paints and things like that, and I will price them accordingly. I will keep you informed as to what's going up when, just the way I normally do with videos. But I just feel like it's a good time to do this now. There's no point in logging everything to the new place to give it away anyway, or to sell it. So there are a few items that have been gifted to me over the last 5 years. I can honestly say I haven't kept track of every single thing that I've been gifted, because there's been a lot. If anybody has gifted an item that goes up for sale in the stash shop, and I haven't realised that it's a gifted item, if you're uncomfortable with that in any way, please just get in touch with me and I will arrange to donate that item to a charity instead. I know everyone might not be comfortable with the idea of me selling on something that's been given to me, but I'm at saturation point with supplies. It's crazy, but I'm quite happy to come to a negotiation if any of you have gifted something and aren't comfortable with me selling it on. The thing that springs to mind is the Black Widow pencils. I will be getting rid of them, and because they came in multiple smaller sets, some people had gifted me those, and I had duplicates of them at one point. So they will definitely be going up for sale. So if you are a person that has gifted me Black Widow pencils and you do not want me to sell them on, please just let me know. Video schedule is the next thing. I am going to try my hardest to keep the videos at 2 a week in the current format. Obviously today is an exception, but having a colouring video on a Thursday and then an other art video on a Sunday, whether it's an unboxing or we just do some painting, something like that. I'm going to try and keep that up and stack a couple of videos to cover the move period, because there will be a period of time where I have no internet. I might be able to do a little bit. The mobile signal's fairly good at the new place, so I might be able to do a few little shorter videos, just using my phone, and we could try doing that. But there may be a gap in proceedings just for a week or so until we get sorted out. I am also not decorating and setting up the new cave straight away, because I need to figure out where the light's going. It is a south facing room. The window isn't that big though. So I want to see how the light falls, especially over the summer. So we might be working with a temporary setup, and we can maybe do a series of videos on actually setting the place up properly. That might be fun. If that's something you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. And location, we are moving a fair distance away. Just now we are like halfway between Dundee and Aberdeen-ish. At the new place, we will be closer to Edinburgh. We will be halfway between Edinburgh and the border to England. So we are moving much, much further south. The advantage to that is the weather won't be as extreme. We might get a lot of snow in the winter, just because we're a bit further inland and it's quite protected. But we probably won't have the wild winds and the power cuts and everything that we've had here, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to that. And we're also much more, we're basically just near civilization, which I'm also looking forward to as well. I'm very, very excited about the prospect of IKEA only being 40 minutes away. Like that is exciting. And easy access into Edinburgh as well for normal people things like dentists and going to the theatre and going out for dinner. Airport's really close by as well, so stuff like that. This is a really positive move, and although the proceedings up till this point have been very stressful and have not been positive, this is a positive step. It's kind of cool to change the cave up every now and then as well, because this will be Cave Mark 3, which I just don't know what to do with that. The things I will miss about the cave here is I find that it's a very inspiring room. This is an old building and it has a lot of character, and that has inspired a lot of art. I will not miss the drafty sash windows. I will not miss all the spiders and the fact that there is a layer of dust over everything. This is the dustiest house I have ever lived in, and it's driving me crazy. So I will not miss that. I'm quite interested to going back to having everything all on one level, because the new house is actually very like our old house, so the original cave. It's kind of got the same feel to it, and it's because it's this bungalow, you know, like it's more like a farm cottage. We are right next to the farmyard, though I can literally walk out the driveway and take 10 paces and I'll be in the yard where the cows are. So we are going to have to make some new friends. I'm obviously going to be very sad to leave Agnes behind because she is my emotional support cow. But we have been informed that there are a handful of friendly cows at the new place, and the gentleman that Mr. Jem is taking over from, he's retiring. So he has made himself some friends in the herd over the years, and he's going to write down their ear tag numbers for me so I can go and find them and go and cuddle them and make some new friends. So obviously I'll show you a little bit of that when we move to, and some of our new friends are going to be ginger as well. We have a lot of mixed breed cattle, and there's a lot of red coats in there, and we're used to Aberdeen Angus that are black, so that's going to be a nice change as well. Little ginger friends. So yeah, that is about the size of it just now. I'm really happy, but at the same time I'm like, oh god, what am I going to do with this house and how am I going to manage this in 7 weeks along with everything else? The answer is I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to try my best to do everything. I'm pretty organised though. Mr. Jem and I have moved a lot, and I can literally pack a house up with my eyes shut. I know exactly what order to do things in. I know what needs done when. And yeah, it'll be okay. It's just trying to fit everything in. So I think there's going to be quite a few late nights, and hopefully that is going to be the last of the stress for me over for this year. I say that this has been bubbling away for a while, and obviously it's come to fruition now, and I feel instantly less stressed, instantly lighter, and I'm sleeping better as well, because I haven't slept well for 4 months basically. So it's so nice to be in a position where, although there's stuff going on and things are a bit chaotic, that's the way I live my life and that's the way I like it. I like to be wall to wall busy, but in a positive way, and I feel like I'm back in that sort of positive zone now. And I'm going to take, once we get moved, I'm going to take the time to really focus on myself. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm back exercising, that kind of thing. And I just feel that not having the stressors that have been round my neck for the last wee while, once that's gone, looking after myself is so much easier, like so much easier. Lastly, I want to talk about the PO box. I am obviously going to be closing the PO box, and weirdly it's actually coming to the end of the contract. It's a yearly contract I have with them. So I have taken the PO box down from the website and also from the YouTube about page as well. So please do not send anything to the PO box, because it will be getting closed down. I will have an alternative address for returns for the shop. In the meantime, that's not a problem. And then once we're settled in the new place, I'll open up a PO box down there. That'll probably be a bit later. We're going to be moving the end of June-ish. So I'll probably wait a month or two and then open that back up, and that'll be fine, and we can get back to normal that way too. I think that's everything for now. I write myself a little list of things to and check them off as I go. I didn't do that this time. I just wanted to talk about it. I would like to say I'm excited, but I'm not really. I've moved house so many times, but generally this is it's a very positive move for us, and it's not going to affect the cave too much. Well, it's really not going to affect the cave at all. Obviously, there's the upheaval of the move. The other thing that I think is going to be helpful is I think we're going to have a much more stable internet connection where we're going, just because of where we are, which might be beneficial for live streaming, because just now, you know, it can be a bit of a hit or a miss, and when my internet's good, it's great, but it just doesn't happen very often. So that will be interesting to see as well. And again, it's one of those things we're just going to have to wait and see. So I think that's everything, guys. If I think of anything else to say, we'll maybe do a live stream in about a fortnight's time. I'll make it one of the Wednesday afternoon ones. And if we've got anything else that needs covered, I'm sure I'll have thought about it by then. Or if you guys have got any questions as well, you can come into the live stream and ask, or you can leave them underneath that when it turns into a video, something like that. That would be cool. I say it shouldn't affect us in the short term, but you know, in maybe 3 or 4 weeks time when we start to ramp up the packing, You know, you're gonna start seeing bits of the cave disappearing, and I'll be like down to one set of pencils. The good thing is we've got our colouring schedule set out. So once we're finished with Colin Thompson's book, Colouring the Doors, we're going into Kirby Rosanna's, and that was planned all along. And I'm hoping that's going to take us quite nicely up until moving day. So I can literally keep that book out and one set of pencils and pack everything up in the cave, and I can still film. And again, I can film with a mobile phone. The last couple of videos, I don't need the full setup. Okay, I think that's everything, guys. Thank you for listening. There's going to be loads of things going on once we move. I've deliberately not done things because I knew that this was coming. We're going to be looking at making 2 new sets of stickers for the stash shop. I'm also going to be working on a new set of paintings as well, hopefully that will be made into prints. So I'm not going to start any of that until we're on the other side of the move, but that will give us some nice things to get going with into the summer months. So thank you very much for watching and listening and paying attention. Exciting times ahead. If you want to send Jack Daniels or sedatives or anything else that you think might help, then I'm just joking. I'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. That's it for today, guys. I shall see you back in the cave on Thursday for our colouring video, which is going to be the second to last Colin Thompson video. And then I'll see you in the cave next Sunday for a proper art video. So have a great day, everyone, and bye for now.